say? Say please. Okay, go on. So we're picking up where we left off in the last video. Been here for a few days. It's been pretty good really, but it's now time to head out. I don't plan on driving too far today, but that is also what I said in the last video when I was only meant to drive an hour, so we'll see what happens with that. Plan to drive is probably only 2-3 hours, and we will be going through a main town. So on our way through there, we'll stop and, grab a few supplies. So that means I need to try and decide what I'm going to have for the week. What I'd have done is when I used to live at home, I used to get HelloFresh, and I just kept some recipes that I thought were good. Nice and easy to make, pretty cheap. So here I have a bunch of different recipes, and I'll just go through here and pick out what I feel like I might have this week. So I know I've still got that stuff in the fridge, a few meals for the week, and they kind of use the same ingredients, so I don't have to waste so much. Should have no wastage from those meals, and we'll chuck all these ones back away. Alright, so the car is majority packed up. I usually do this before I even close the tent, but today's a bit different. So, because I like to let the old girl warm up a bit, start it up. I'll just take Freya for a bit of a walk. There's no one else around, so I don't got to worry about anyone. And yeah, we'll just go for a bit of a walk, let the car warm up, quickly pack away the last couple things, and we'll get out of here. Come on, let's go for a walk. Alright, time to get out of here. Now, filter change on the drone because it's sunny. Go with a 64, see how that looks. The good thing about doing all this is, if I leave my tent to be the last thing to pack away and start my car, then pack away my tent, by the time I set up to get any footage and actually leave, my car's usually pretty well warm. Charge or warm up battery. It's not ideal. Hopefully I don't have to warm them up. Now I'll try a new one.
Take off.
Waiting for GPS. We'll fly away over here somewhere. Drone's being weird right now. I don't know why. Right, that seems better. It was turning by itself for some reason. Been very weird. Let's get out of here. In the back. In the back. Back it up. Now I might actually search for a new spot. Pull over again. Fly the drone back.
Landing.
And yes, that is the risky game I play every time I take my drone out. I had enough of getting out of the car, finding a flat spot and taking off from outside, especially on the side of the road. That becomes very hard. So now I just launch from inside the car. When there's no wind, that's okay. And when it gets a bit windy, that gets real scary. No obstacle avoidance on the sides or the back of this drone, which is probably the only reason I'm able to do that, because it doesn't try and avoid hitting the car. But then that is the problem. It doesn't avoid trying to hit the car. It doesn't try and avoid hitting the car. So I will just run straight into the car if I'm not careful, or the wind blows it. So, and just for reference, that took about 10 minutes to send the drone up, film that, bring it back. So it shows how quickly that the day can get dragged on when trying to film stuff. I was hoping there'd be a bit more to stop here, so hopefully no other car comes along, because there's not much room. Especially a truck for the roadworks. Now, you'll see what it takes to film with this giant contraption that I've been testing out. Oh, there's a massive puddle at the end. Oh man, I forgot I took the battery out the camera and put it on charge, since recording drains the battery very quickly. Now, I've got to run all the way back through this puddle again. I've got to try and do this quick, because it's such a small road, you know, you don't want another car to come along. Battery required. We go back. So that was perfect timing, because right now a truck is coming. Well, off to a good start. We're turning around. I can't go out this way. Road closed. So turn around and go back exactly the way I came 3 days ago. Well, not exactly. We'll go up until the part where I get lost in the bush and then go a different way from there, I guess. Hopefully this doesn't drag our day out till night time like it did last week. What an absolute mess this is. This whole area is in shambles right now, I tell you. Where I was camping, I know the road to the east was closed. Google Maps said so. So that's why in the last video, I spent ages making my way through this forest to get to that campsite. And Google Maps said I could go west out of there to Glen Innes and then drive around to go to Grafton. Well, as you would have seen earlier, that road is also closed, which means I've got to go back the way I came. Now, the problem with that is, it is a massive forest here, and they have closed off a massive portion of this forest for like wild animal culling. So they're out shooting and hunting in this forest, which means I can't cut through it, which is why I had problems in the last video. So I've got to go around it. And I don't want to try and find whatever track I took in the last video, so I'm sticking to a mainish road, I guess you could say. And we've got to go all the way around it, so that adds a couple hours to my journey. They didn't really think it through, closing off kind of any way from the west to get to Grafton. You can't cut through the forest because it's shut for shooting. You can't take that main road because they're doing bridge works or something. So you got to do a massive detour all the way around. Ridiculous. All right, shopping is done. Empty the bin, get water, get fuel, get out of here. All right, this bin's a bit small, but make it work. All right, so everything seems to be done. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. We've got about a half-hour drive to camp, or where I think is going to be camp. We'll see what it's like. We might go a little bit further to somewhere else. All right, so we've just pulled up a campsite, number 1, and I think I'm going to give it a miss, to be honest. It's not a bad spot, but I think I'm just going to go probably 10-15 minutes further up the road, I reckon. It's one that seems like it might be a bit nicer. So we've got the Clarence River just in front of us, which is flowing pretty quickly through here by the looks. Yes, I know you want to get out. I know. As you can see, it's just rocks, nothing else. So I'm gonna go see if I can find grass. Just be a lot more enjoyable. All right, this will do for camp. Come on, Freya. Yeah. As expected, there's a few more people at this spot, being that it is a grassy area. So up there's quite a few campers, like caravans and whatnot. So I've come down here. It's a bit of a long stretch, probably a few hundred meters at least, maybe 500 meters or so. Stretch of riverbank here that you can kind of just pick a spot and camp on. We've picked ourselves a spot. It's not the most flat. It's a bit uneven, but she'll be right. It's about the only flat open spot there is. That's still kind of close to the water. I could go up there and just not be near the water. That is an option. So yeah, this will be me for the next couple of days, I reckon. Take this stuff around. Alrighty, so carrots, zucchini, carrot and zucchini I'm just slicing into half moons. Some salt. Now the veggies are done, just chuck them in a container. Now this recipe does call for chicken, but everything else I've got for the rest of the week is chicken, so I just wanted to change it up a bit, not have chicken every day. Alright, now I am completely making this up. Because it's a HelloFresh meal, it wants you to use whatever they send you. Obviously I don't have that. So we're just going to make it up a little bit, some Asian stuff, and hope for the best. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, sesame oil, oh, I don't know where my lighter is. It's not ideal. Don't do this at home. Hey, get it going one way or the other. Then we'll drop them in there. Drop the veggies in there. Boom, all done. Not bad, huh? It's quick, it's easy, it's cheap. Easy couple meals out of that. Chili on top. Right. And that one will go in the fridge. I'll save that for another night. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna watch an episode of Clarkson's Farm or something while I eat that, and then deal with the mess.
When you're up there, you can eyeball people in the International Space Station. They're coming past you going, all right, Jeremy, yeah, how's things?
Start wriggling. I gotcha. That's it. All right, up we go. I did bring the laptop up here to do some editing, but to be honest, I can't be bothered. So I think that's going to be me for the night, and I'll just have a reasonably early one tonight. I've had a few late ones, just really trying to catch up on some editing. Well, not catch up, but get ahead. Where I'm up to 1 o'clock in the morning editing, so yeah, we'll have a break tonight. Alright, so you ended up moving spots. This one's been a pretty good spot. Lots of grass. I'm now on the Man River instead of the Clarence River. It's still flowing like crazy. It's been wicked days though. You know, average about 20 degrees, mostly sunny. It's been awesome. So as of tomorrow, it has been exactly 1 week since I started this video. So it's been a very chill week for me. Haven't really done anything adventurous or exciting, but it's good. It's been a good cheap week. So you would have seen pretty much all of my expenses for this week in this video. I think it was about $65 on groceries and 100 and something bucks on fuel. And I haven't even really used much of that fuel. I think I've done like 100k since I filled it up. So I'm still going to be able to use a lot of that for this week still to come. If I take into account my monthly expenses like internet, insurance, whatnot, this week has worked out to be roughly $300 for the week. And honestly, that's probably about as cheap as I can get it. But still, that's honestly really good. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.